So I picked up Turret Girls on Steam for $10 US the other day and I was not disappointed. It's a game where you play as a girl and shoot a turret. And that's it. What I love most about this game is that it's not trying to deceive you or sell you something it's not. It's really just a simple game to kill time with, and you can do a lot worse with your money. The only lore you get is on the Steam page itself, where you're told you're trying to stop aliens that are coming through wormholes from destroying the world, and you are the sole person in their way. You don't even get a tutorial. The game knows that if you purchase this kind of game, you're not going to need hand-holding. It's pretty simple, and the controls are just move, shoot, and melee enemies that get too close. Your objective is to defend generators in front of you long enough to charge the super weapon and push back the aliens for good. The aliens' objective is to destroy these generators or strip you of all your clothing. Yeah, so this is a fan service game, you know how I love that. Yet somehow it's just tame enough to fly under Steam's radar, or obscure enough. Should I be talking about this? What I don't love about Turret Girls is, well, Girl herself. And yeah, I said that. Girl is the name of the main character. Just Girl. You don't even have multiple girls to choose from, which is a bit of a false advertising if you ask me for a game called Turret Girls, as in plural. Which, hey look, I'm not a prude, I'm not a feminist or whatever, but even I found it to be a bit objectifying. Like, she doesn't even get a name, she's only here to be titillating. But also it's a video game character, so who gives a damn? Still though, I would have appreciated giving her some humanity, maybe some generic or common name like Yuki or Sakura or something like that, not just Girl. Also, I was surprised and disappointed by the lack of customization you get with Girl. You really only get to choose her accessories and her underwear. Yeah, which is nice, but I would have liked to have had different hairstyles, eye colors, maybe different outfits. Like, how cool and sexy would it have been if she was wearing a kimono, for example? Rather than losing her clothing when she gets damaged, it would slowly rip open to reveal her body. That could be pretty awesome, right? Instead of the same skirt-shirt combo, but whatever. The novelty of seeing her stripped wears off pretty quickly anyway. Right from the start, you see up her skirt, and it's fun at first, but you stop noticing pretty quickly. You'll have your hands full, trust me. Wait, not in that way though. But then again, maybe in that way. But again, that's what I love best about the game also. It's just a game where you look at a hot girl and you play a game, you shoot a turret. There's not much else to it. And it's surprisingly addictive. The mechanics are fun and simple, yet challenging to master. The main gameplay comes in deciding how to spend your funds you get after each round. You'll have limited funds to upgrade your weapons and generators, so you have to play it smart and choose which upgrades you think we'll need for the next day. I personally find it's best to min-max, as in to max out your first weapon as soon as possible and then add on additional, but that's just me. I think it's worth your time that way. I personally recommend getting homing missiles though, because flying enemies are a girl's main weakness, and I hate having to constantly stop what I'm doing to avoid getting stripped. And yeah, about that. I said that right earlier. When Girl gets attacked directly, some of her clothes fall off, until she is stripped entirely and you lose, and it's implied that the aliens,
Good Lord!
But honestly, after a while, you don't even register it anymore. At least I don't, because I'm a degenerate, and I'm not really into that sort of thing anyway. So, when you take damage, like I said before, you lose some of your clothes, and it's hot at first, but it does get annoying. You can turn that setting off in the options, so it doesn't interrupt your action constantly. Or you could just not suck at the game, too, that might help. You can even turn off the nudity in the game settings. There's no real nudity, but you can make it less not nude, you know what I mean? I don't know if there's a patch for this game, I imagine there is, and if not, someone get on that. But if you're too scared, if you want to play this game, or you want to play it around other people, you can turn that off. But, I mean, who wants to do that? Let me see some naughty bits, damn it. The soundtrack in this game at first is a bit of a joke. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's just like a 30-second loop of some action music. I mean, it's a $10 game, so really, who cares? But I began to realize after a while that this game is a game where you're going to be grinding and having fun. So you're probably just going to have the volume muted and be playing some video in the background a separate monitor anyway, like you're doing right now. Yeah, I see you. So what does the soundtrack matter? Anyway, to summarize, I just have fun with this game, and I'm still having fun with it. And if you want anime fan service and a fun game to play for cheap, I recommend it. But then again, I don't know. I don't do reviews.